Hi, everybody. So thinking about the request for me to put a grade on your test yesterday got me thinking, and so I made this document for you to use as you go along with the video so that we know for sure, and you know for sure, how you did on each skill, because I do agree with you all that you do need to know if your hard work, you know, if you mastered skills or became proficient in them or what have you. So I'll kind of go back and forth. I'll explain what to do and go from there. I'm probably gonna go in order. So here it says like skill one, I can add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators, including mixed numbers. So this is 1 and 5. And if you look at skill 2, I can rewrite fractions with unlike denominators as equivalent fractions with a common denominator. You might do that skill for everything that we do, but the only one you had to do that on was number 2. So if you had a different strategy that you wanted to use, you could. So that's why they're grouped differently. So if we look at this document, okay, it says the question. So we're going to look at 1 and 5 first. There are 7 total points available. You'll write down how many points you earned, and then you can circle how you did. Okay, so a not yet is 0 or 1 points. On my way 2 to 4, I can do it 5 or 6, and then going beyond 7. And then you can pause the video at that point and talk about why do you think you earned the points that you earned. And if you have next steps, what do you think those next steps are going to be like? What are you going to do about it if you're around a not yet or an on my way? If you're not, I can do it. Are you wanting to get going beyond? What are you going to do? Are you going to keep practicing? All that good stuff. So here we go. So questions 1 and 5. So let's take a look at those. Oops. So 1 is here. We have 1/5 plus 1/3. That's the first one. Actually, let me just write all of them on my paper. B is 2 and 5/6 plus 1/8. C is 3/4 minus 1/8. And D is 1 and 2/5 minus 6/10. All right, so here we go. We have 1/5 plus 1/3. Pardon me. So here I look, I'm going to turn these into 15ths. In order to turn to 5 into 15ths, I have to multiply by 3. 5, so this is 8/15ths. So obviously if you got 16/30ths, that would be fine. If you're not sure if the fraction you have is equivalent, you can ask me, but that would be an indicator that you might not know. So here we go. So hold on a second, let me look. Each one of these is 1 point. So we're just looking at the correct answer. Did you get the correct answer or not? 2 and 5/6 plus 1/8. Well, 1/8 is less than a sixth, so I know my answer is going to have a 2 in it. It's not going to go over 2. And now we're looking at sixths and eighths. Let's see. 24. So sixth, that's 20, and eighth, that's 3. And so we have 2 and 23 24ths. This one is 3/4 minus 1/8, so I have to see that minus there. So I'm changing these to eighths. Oops, I put a plus there. So this is 6/8 minus 1/8, which is equal to 5/8. And now we have 1 and 2/5 minus 6/10. So here I'm switching it. I see the tenths are there. Minus 6/10. So I'm going to first remove, so here, we'll use that number line again. I'm at 1 and 4/10. I'm removing 6/10. So first I'm going to remove 4/10 to get to 1. And now I just have 2/10 left. 1 2/10, which gets me to 4/10 or 4/5 or something like that. All right, so how many points did you earn there? And then we're going to jump to question 5. Fill in the missing fraction or mixed number in each equation. So we have 2 3/8 plus something equals 3. We have something plus 1/6 equals 2/3. And we have 2 3/7 minus something equals 1. So let's go back to my... All right, so if I'm at 2 3/8, how do I get to 3? I need to go 5 more 8s. Here I have 1/6. How do I get thirds? Well, 2/3 is 4/6, so that means this would be 3/6 or 1/2. If you wanted to get really fancy, you could put 1/2 there. But 3/6 would be fine, any half equivalent. And if we're at 2 3/7 and we end at 1, we've removed 1 3/7. So again, these are all just 1 point. You either got the answer correct or not. So out of these 7, how many did you get correct? You should then go back over here and put in how many points you got. Where are you on this scale? And then why do you think you did? Like, think about your work during the unit, the studying that you did, the group work that you did. Did you work the process? Did you use people for help? Did you come and talk to me? Did you choose to be in my center for the review this week? Did you watch the videos? Like, what did you do? Practice the iExcel. Or maybe you didn't do any of that. So what caused you to earn this? All right, now we're going to go to skill number 2, which is question 2. So we have 1/3 plus 1/8. We have 4 2/14 plus 2 4/7. We have 2/3 minus 3/6. And then we have 8/12 minus 3/8. All right, here we go. This one, there are, I think, 8 points available. Is that right? And where do those 8 points come from? Good question. Let's talk about that now. So each problem, okay, is going to have 2 points. So you first need to have equivalent fractions with the same denominators, okay, and the correct answer. So here, if I have thirds and eighths, my denominator is going to be 24. So this is going to be 8/24 plus 3/24, and that's going to give me 11/24. So again, 2 fractions with the same denominator that are equivalent, and the correct answer. Here we have 2/14, 4/7. I don't think we're going to change, but here, I'm going to rewrite this. 4 2/14 plus 2, and I can change 7ths into 14ths by doubling. And now we're going to add those together to get 6 and 10/14. You could simplify this to 5/7 if you want. Here we have 2/3 minus 3/6, so I'm rewriting this as 4/6 because I can change thirds to 6 by doubling both numerator and denominator, and I'm removing 3/6 to give me 1/6. And now we have 12ths and 8ths, so that looks like it's going to be 24ths as well, right? 8, 16, 24, yep. So I'm going to have 24ths minus 24ths. Double here, so this is 16 by 3 here, so this is 9, and we get 7/24. So again, 1 point here and 1 point here for a total of 8 points. Go ahead and fill out your skill 2. How many total points did you get? Where are you on the scale? Same thing. Why did you earn the points that you earned? And what are your next steps? All right, skill 3. This is all about story problem. So this is the bulk of the test. Here we go. Which is a better buy? So we have 12 cans for $7. or 6 cans for 4. So I want to try and get the same number up here. I see I can double this to get to 12. So if I double, I have 8. So this is 12 cans for $8 or 12 for 7. This is a better deal. 12 for 7. And so hold on, let me tell you how many points is available for this. Oh, it should say that on the side. 2 points. 1, did you choose the correct value? And then 2, did you explain it, doing numbers, something like this, showing the equivalence, using words, something. So some sort of work that shows your thinking. And then B, same thing. So 2 points here, 6 cans for $7. Or 8 cans for $9. All right, so I have 6 cans, $7, 8 cans, $9. I guess I can get the 24 up here, or so I think I'm going to make it 24 cans here. So that would be multiplying by 4 each one. So with this deal, it's if I spent $28, I would get 24 cans. Here I'm going to get, did I do that right? By 4. 24 cans, I would need to spend $27, so this is the better deal. Getting 2 points per, and now let's move on to the next problem. Connor gathered some dry ingredients. This is a long one. I'm adding these up. There's 2 points, so I need to show work and I need to get the right answer. So let's see, we have 1 1/4. 1 1/4 cups of sugar, 2 2/3. So we're going to plus 2 2/3 cups flour, and then 1 1/6 cups flour. So I have, so first I'm going to group my whole numbers. So I can turn this into 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. And then I want to think about, probably I'm going to, no, thirds and sixths would be the easiest. Plus 2/3 plus 1/6. So I've just broken all this apart into this. So I have 4 plus 1/4 plus, and then I can turn these into sixths. 4/6 plus 1/6. So now we have 4 plus 1/4 equals, or plus 5/6. So now I need to add these together. So I have to think about probably twelfths there. It's getting a little blurry. And now I have 4 plus, so 1/4 to 12ths would be 3/12, 10/12. This is 4 plus 13/12, which is really 4 plus 1 1/12, which is equal to 5 1/12. And what is it? Dry ingredients. So you should have dry ingredients, or cups. You need to have that. Okay. And next word problem. Ryan, all right, how many points is this one worth? It's 3, so there's a point for here, who is taller, and then 2 points here, 1 for did you show your work, and another, do you have the correct answer? So who is taller? Well, John is taller, because he's 5 1/3 foot tall, and 1/3 is more than 1/4. How much taller is John? Well, they're both 5 feet. So that cancels each other out. So then we're looking at 1/3 minus 1/4. I can change those to twelfths. And I get 1/12 of an inch taller. Okay. Number 9. So 9 is 5 points. We get 2 points. Oh, it's just 5. Well, I need to look to see why it's 5. No, it is 5. Yeah, it should be 5. I don't know why I was thinking different. A is worth 2 points if I show my work. Correct answer. B, correct answer. C is correct answer and show my work. All right, so Dawn enjoys exercising. She ran 2/5 of the trail on Monday and then ran a different 1/3 of the trail on Tuesday. How much of the trail had she covered in 2 days? Explain your thinking. Again, I like to use numbers for that. So we have 2/5 plus 1/3. So that's going to be 6/15 plus 5/15, which gives me 11/15 of the trail. B is asking us, did Dawn run farther on Monday or Tuesday? And so we can go back here. I see 2/5 is 6/15, 1/3 is 5/15, so the 2/5 was more. So that is Monday. And then how much farther? So this turns into now a subtraction problem. So she ran 6/15 versus 5/15, and that is 1/15 of the trail farther. And we're at 10 now. Oh, no, I have to go back. I have to remember that. So this one is broken down. This one is worth 1 point. B is 2 points if we show our work. And then C is 1 point. You have to be right about if it's reasonable or not, and then have an explanation. All right, so Tanya ran 2/3 of a mile down at the high school track and then walked 2/6 of a mile. How far did Tanya go in all? Choose the best estimate. More than a mile? Probably not. Between half a mile and a whole mile? Yep. Less than half a mile? Certainly not. Certainly not. So B would be the best one. Even though if you looked at this, you could probably tell it's a mile if you thought about it. Because I see this as 1/3. So yeah. All right. So we do have, how far is she going all? We have 2/3 plus 2/6. And like I said, this can be, I can actually simplify 2/6 to 1/3 or 1 mile. So she went the whole track. And then Danny solved it and he got 4/9. So he said, or she said, 2/3 plus 2/6 equals 4/9. Is that reasonable? Is 2/3 plus 2/6 equals 4/9 reasonable? Absolutely not. Number one, 9 is not an equivalent. It's not a multiple of either of these. Number two, he added them. Number three, 4/9 is less than 2/3. So there's a bunch of stuff you could have said to prove that Danny's response was not correct. So here, pause it and go back to your document. 18 total points. How many total points did you get? Where are you on the scale? Why? And what are you going to do next? And let's go back to problems 3 and 4. This is all about multiplying fractions and whole numbers. So we have 1/3 times 24, and then 1/12 of 72. So 1/3 of 24, or 1/3 times 24, you can think of that as 24 over 3, 24 divided by 3, which equals 8. And then 1/12 of 72, same sort of thing. It's a multiplication problem. So we have 72/12, and that equals 6. That's 2 points there. And then 2 points for the next one. So this one is just, you got these answers right or not. And then the next one is, I got the answer right and I showed work. And that question is, oops. Sasha ran 2/3 of a 27-kilometer race before she stopped to walk. How many kilometers had she run? So we're looking at 2/3 of 27. So I can think of this as 1/3 of 27 times 2. So we're going to double that. So we want to find 1/3 and then double it because there's 2/3. So we have 9 times 2, which is 18 kilometers. So here, go back to here, the scale 4, how did it go? where are you, and why. All right, everybody. Hopefully at this point, you should know exactly how you did on the assessment, what grades you earned on each category. If you're wanting to know, like, overall, like, the whole thing, hold on a second.